What up? Big Herc916, positivity, motivation. You know how we do it over here. Never settle for average. I just want to ask you guys out there, those of you out there who have young children, how often do you build these young people up? How often are you complimenting them? How often are you motivating them to be great? The answer should be all the time. You should be motivating and inspiring your children all the time, but not giving them necessarily a participation trophy, but making them accountable by giving them support they need to be great. See, your children, your younger siblings, relatives, you should always want them to excel above and beyond what you've accomplished. There should be no jealousy, there should be no envy or hatred among those who look up to you, because believe they do look up to you. They're innocent. They don't know any better. They want to emulate you. They want to walk in your shoes. And therefore, you'll be surprised that the things you say, how much of a lasting impression they'll leave in these kids' minds, in these children's minds. You know, I can still think back to things that were said to me at a young age by adults that I can still remember like it was yesterday. You know, it's like the teachers who tell you things in class and you always think back to what that teacher said and you take it verbatim. And those things, whether it's a teacher, a coach, it can take you in a whole nother direction in life. So whenever you're around your children, your younger relatives, your siblings, think about your actions and think about how you respond to them when they ask you something or what you're doing around them and they're watching, because best believe they're watching. They're learning, they're trying to figure out, they're trying to identify, they're trying to associate, you know, just little things to pick up and program themselves with. And a lot of times we don't think about that. We just think about our own actions and we don't think about how they impact those around us. So if your child or your younger sibling or relative, if they ask you about something and maybe you're not familiar with it, you know, take the time out to maybe research it with them or explain it to them, but let them know the real and let them know that if it's something that's within their reach, that they put the work in, they can you know, pursue that, they can accomplish it. And I'm not talking about necessarily a sporting activity. I'm talking about something that's academic, something maybe that's musical as far as learning an instrument, or maybe it's the military, you know, whatever that option is, you know, let them know it's available if they apply themselves. I know we got into a habit of just overly coddling the kids and making every kid feel like, you know, as long as they show up, they can make it happen, and that's not the truth. You got to put in the work. You got to sacrifice. There's things you have to do in order to excel in whatever it is you want to do, because nobody remembers the person who came in last place, only the person that came in first. And life is competitive. It's not all the same for everybody. It's not about everybody getting a universal income, a universal trophy, a universal house. Nah, man. You earn what you keep. I mean, if you bust ass, then you're gonna get a bigger reward, and that's just how it is. I mean, I've always said, you put in the work, and you'll be rewarded. Some people want to feel like just because they should get something just because, and just because doesn't mean that you're going to get what the next person gets, because that person, they've made the sacrifices, been mentored, or they had the opportunity to have somebody show them the way, and I look at those who have had that. I mean, that's a blessing to be able to have somebody, an uncle or dad or mom, show you the ins and outs of maybe real estate, or maybe, teaching you about maybe getting an engineering job, or, taking over a family business. Those are blessings. But if you don't have that, doesn't mean that you can't, try to give your kids something more than what you had. Don't put them down and make them feel any less because maybe you didn't live up to your dreams, your ambitions. You should always want your kids to go beyond whatever it is you aspire to do. You should never want to not have them be greater than you. So take the time to talk to your kid, to inspire your child, your sibling, the younger people around you who look up to you, because maybe they don't have that mentor directly in front of them as far as the family member, but maybe you can somehow positively impact them. So think about that. But yeah, we got to inspire our young people, man. We want them to be great. We want them to change the world. We want them to, not be lazy and think that things are handed to them, because ain't nobody handed you anything in life. You got to go out here and get it. And you got to be optimistic, man. You can't be a victim, can't make excuses, because at the end of the day, an excuse is what it is. It's an excuse. Nobody gives a damn. So go out there and get it, inspire people around you. Make sure you mentor your young people, your children, and let's aspire them to be great. Big Herc916.
Hey, what does your shirt say?
Cancel culture.
Why is it crossed out?
Because over at Fresh Out, we ain't with that bullshit. Pick you up a shirt at freshoutseries.com. Don't forget to stop by the Big Herc916 store and pick you up a sticker for your car, or a patch, or a sticker for your laptop, or maybe a beanie, or read one of the many books that Big Herc916 has authored. You know how we do it. Hello, I'm Big Herc916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.